I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to also thank Andrea Braboy, Program Specialist 2 with Human Services, and Teslin Henry King with the San Bernardino County Department of Public Health Nutrition Program. COVID-19 has caused many challenges beyond just illness. Many have lost jobs, and the usual resources and the safety net that is straining too many people today. It has also been difficult for children to receive the nutrition they need as schools continue to struggle to reach their students and provide the meals once available at a child's school. More people need help or have less to contribute to food banks and other services. That's why the work of Calfresh and other agencies is so valuable and needed in our communities. I also urge you to share the information you will receive today with others that you know or suspect might need help. Now I would like to introduce Andrea Braboy, Specialist 2 with the Human Service Program Development Division. Andrea is a team lead for Calfresh program. She answers policy questions submitted through the knowledge database and PDD questions and resolves service desk trouble tickets and participates in various county and state committees and work groups. She has a BA in Business Administration from the California State University of San Bernardino and is currently completing a master's degree in Business Administration. Andrea will provide an overview on Calfresh, pandemic EBT, and the Commodities and Food Distribution Program on Indian reservations. She will discuss the eligibility of these programs and where to find them. Join me in welcoming Andrea Braboy.
Thank you so much, Assemblymember Ramos. It is my pleasure to be here today and to present to the constituents some safety net programs that are available to them during this time of the pandemic. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. I hope you see that. Today we'll be discussing Calfresh and other food assistance programs. What are we going to talk about today? An overview of the Calfresh program. We're going to address some myths, facts, benefits of the Calfresh program, eligibility questions, such as who's eligible and who is not eligible, application information, and then we'll transition into the pandemic EBT program. We'll discuss what can be purchased with EBT and PEBT and what cannot be purchased with EBT and PEBT. And after that, we'll talk about the Commodities Food Distribution Program on Indian reservations. And then we'll wrap up this presentation that I'll give today. So first and foremost, there are 4 pillars to the Calfresh program: Calfresh Food, Calfresh Healthy Living, Calfresh Employment and Training, and Calfresh Disaster Response. And as you're well aware, since 2020, we have had to employ all of these in order to serve our neighborhoods and communities. But today we're going to specifically speak about Calfresh Food and that pillar. What is the Calfresh program? Well, federally, it's known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. But in the state of California, everything has a prefix of Cal, so we call it Calfresh here. It's the largest nutrition assistance program in the United States. And this program helps low-income families and individuals purchase nutritious and healthy food. SNAP is the nation's first line of defense against hunger, and it's the cornerstone of all federal nutrition assistance programs. What are some common myths with Calfresh? Well, a lot of people are under the assumption that you can't receive Calfresh if you own a home. That's not true. You can own a home, buy a home, rent a home, and still be eligible to Calfresh. And it doesn't require you to sign your home away. Another myth is that you can't get Calfresh if you have a job. We really want to dispel this myth because the majority of Americans that are receiving Calfresh in the country are working individuals. They represent working households. So based on your income, you may be eligible. So again, what I want to stress today is that we want you to apply. We will determine the eligibility on our end, but simply put in the application and let us figure out what you may be eligible to. And the third is that Calfresh is welfare. It's not welfare, and it's not an entitlement program that a lot of people have a stigma about. Calfresh is a nutrition assistance program. It helps low-income individuals, families, and seniors buy nutritious food. Participation can help improve nutritional status and well-being and increase independence. We found that Calfresh helps low-income families feed children, just as Assemblymember Ramos talked about in his introduction. More than 50% of participants are children, and we're finding that there are thousands of millions of children living in poverty. Calfresh helps with that. It also keeps elderly family members independent. We see that 11% of participants are aged 60 and older, but in San Bernardino and Riverside counties, we're seeing a trend of increased poverty in our senior population, and Calfresh is here to help combat that. Calfresh also helps our local and state and communities. It supports local food retailers. The average monthly Calfresh household receives approximately $300, which is spent at local grocery stores. Not only does this help our local farmers and growers, but it also helps our local economy with driving jobs and keeping people employed. It generates economic activity. For every $5 of Calfresh benefits spent, that generates $9.20 in total community spending. So we get a residual back. Businesses and workers achieve optimal performance. We know that employees whose food needs are met at home have higher productivity and take fewer sick days for themselves and their children. And it also attains self-sufficiency. Calfresh benefits supplement the food budgets of low-income workers so that they can stay independent and remain self-sufficient. Who's eligible? Well, most American citizens and legal immigrants with low income can receive nutritional assistance through Calfresh, and eligibility depends on the total income and expenses of the household. Most Calfresh households must have a monthly gross income equal to or less than 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. So this is higher than most assistance programs. Most assistance programs fall between 100% and 130% of the federal guidelines. Calfresh is 200%. So odds are, if you're listening today, you may be eligible to Calfresh benefits. Calfresh also allows for deductions from income, such as housing costs, child support that's paid out, medical expenses that you pay, and dependent care costs. So when you apply, make sure you're forthcoming about this information so that we can adjust your income to maximize the benefits that you may be eligible to. Persons who are not eligible are undocumented individuals, those that are over the income limits, which are 200% of the federal poverty level, fleeing felons, those that are convicted of certain violent crimes, and some college students. I want to place a pin here and explain a few things. Number one, you'll see that it does not list persons that receive supplemental security income known as SSI. As of 2019, the state of California changed its regulations, now allowing SSI individuals to receive Calfresh. So if you receive SSI, you may be potentially eligible to Calfresh. We would like you to come in and apply. And also in regards to some college students, the Continuing Appropriations Act, signed in 2020, otherwise known as HR 133, offered flexibilities to college students that we haven't seen before in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So those that have an expected family contribution of $0 on their financial, their student activity report, and those that are eligible to work study will now receive an exemption to waive the student eligibility criteria. This is great news for our students that are on campus or even in community colleges. Those letters from the California Student Aid Commission went out as of February 8th, and as of the 1st of March, your university or college should have contacted you in regards to the work study. If you have one of those letters, please come in and apply today so that we can look at that application and see what you're eligible to. How do you apply for Calfresh? When application for Calfresh can be applied on the internet or requested by phone, fax, mail, or in person. An application for benefits can be completed online, and the website is www, the letter C, the number 4, the word yourself.com. So again, that is c4yourself.com. You can also download an application from the web. Once it's completed, you can fax it, mail it, or deliver it in person to your local office. And applications are available in multiple languages and text sizes for accommodations at the California Department of Social Services. Their website is www.cdss, again, California Department of Social Services.ca.gov, cdss.ca.gov. And you can also call your local office and request an application. Contact information for offices is available on the back of a brochure, which I will provide the member's office today, or on our county website. Our department is called the Transitional Assistance Department, and we have 18 open locations throughout the entire county. And it doesn't matter if you go into an office that's not near your home. If you work in another location of the county, you can go into any office and they are there to assist you. Their website is www.sbcounty.gov/TAD. That is sbcounty.gov/TAD. And again, we are here to assist. So now we're moving on to the Pandemic EBT program. The Families First Coronavirus Response Act of 2020, otherwise known as the CARES Act, approved temporary emergency standards and eligibility and benefits for the Food and Nutrition Act of 2008. Well, what does that mean? That means that the USDA authorized a pandemic EBT program for children who temporarily lost access to free and reduced price meals when their schools closed related to the pandemic. The Pandemic 1.0 program issued benefits for the 2019 and 2020 school year. That was for March 2020 through June 2020. And then there was an extension that was later approved for the months of August and September 2020. Well, now we've moved forward, and the Continuing Appropriations Act, again, otherwise known as HR 133, approved PEBT 2.0 for the 2020-2021 school year. So the USDA released guidance on Pandemic EBT 2.0 on January 29th, 2021. PEBT 2.0 extended benefits to school-age children from kindergarten to 12th grade, but the new portion that it opened eligibility to are child care age children ages 0 through 6. We are really excited for this because we are able to reach more of our children in our district here. Eligible households do not have to apply for Pandemic EBT. This will be done with the collaboration of data between the California Department of Social Services and the California Department of Education. Who's eligible to Pandemic EBT for the 2.0 version? These are households that consist of a child who receives free or reduced price meals under the National School Act and have missed 5 consecutive instructional days due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That is pretty much all of our children in San Bernardino County, with the exception of a few that may attend private school. The good thing about this is that Pandemic EBT, unlike Calfresh, there are no eligibility criteria such as citizenship status that need to be made. So all of our children will be eligible to Pandemic EBT. Now, there are some next steps that California has to take in order to implement our PEBT program. So there's a lot of information that you may hear about, but it is important to note that the USDA received the California State Plan from the California Department of California Department of Social Services in February. However, they have not approved that plan. So as of right now, I am limited in the information that I can share. But as soon as we get the information and our plan is approved, there will be a lot of marketing and communication coming your way, and I will definitely forward that to the member's office so that that can be disseminated to you. What can be purchased with EBT and PEBT benefits? Well, foods for your household to eat, breads and cereals, fruits and vegetables, meat, fish and poultry, dairy products, and other non-taxable food items. It can also purchase plants and seeds which produce food for the household to eat. So if you're somebody with a green thumb and you have a garden and you plant your own food, you can use EBT benefits to purchase those seeds and plant your own food. That's great news. What can't be purchased? Non-food items such as soaps, paper products, personal hygiene, household supplies, unfortunately pet food, although there are family members, they can't be fed through EBT, vitamins and medicines, hot food items that are taxable, bread or beer, wine and liquor, cigarettes and other tobacco items. I do want to pin a note here with the hot food items that are taxable. There is a new program that's coming in September that we are really excited about. It's called the Restaurant Meals Program. And there's going to be a statewide restaurant meals program. What does that mean? That means that participating restaurants and California State University campuses can apply with the state to become a vendor, and recipients of Calfresh can use their benefits at restaurants to receive hot meals. This is great news for those that may be homeless, that may have housing insecurity right now. It creates a little bit of an equal playing field for those to access those meals. So we're really excited. And again, there's more information to come on that. The Commodities Food Distribution Program on Indian Reservations is a really exciting program. This is a federal program that the USDA administers. And it provides food boxes to income-eligible households living on Indian reservations and Native American households residing in rural areas near reservations. So this is important. You don't have to live on the reservation, but you must live near a reservation. The food boxes have plenty of nutritious foods that contain meat, shelled eggs, vegetables, produce. It's you name it, they have it. And the boxes provide up to $80 per person in fresh groceries each month. So for more information on this program, you can contact the Riverside San Bernardino County Indian Health Incorporated. They are located in Beaumont. Their address is 459 Egan Avenue, Beaumont, California, 92223. Their telephone number is 951-845-3955. And their website is www.rsbcihi.org. Again, this program is not administered by the County of San Bernardino or the Transitional Assistance Department, but the Riverside San Bernardino County Indian Health Incorporated, I have spoke to them and they are excited that we're sharing that information with you today. They are eagerly awaiting your call and they are able to assist you with this. One thing that I want you to know though, if you are receiving SSI, you are not eligible to the FDPIR. So if you're receiving SSI and you live on an Indian reservation, I would encourage you to apply for Calfresh where you are eligible. Also, those that participate in Calfresh cannot receive food boxes through FDPIR. So that's important to know. With that, there are a few things that we want you to remember today. Calfresh and Pandemic EBT are food and nutrition programs, not welfare programs. Calfresh and Pandemic EBT benefits support productivity, healthy individuals and eating habits, and prevent hunger. You can quickly and easily apply for Calfresh online at, again, www.c4yourself.com. And you may not have to come into the office at all to receive benefits. But if you would like to come into the offices, our offices are available to you. And again, there is no application for pandemic EBT. If you have any further questions, you can contact our administrative office for the Transitional Assistance Department. Their number is 909-388-0245. Again, that number is 909-388-0245. That ends my time with you today. I'm really excited to be able to share this information with you. I appreciate you, Assemblymember James Ramos, for bringing us to the table and giving us this opportunity to share information about the valuable resources that are available in District 40. Thank you so much.
Unmute. Am I unmuted now? Thank you for your presentation and bringing this much vital information that's needed in all of our communities. And the message, right? Apply. Let others determine if you're eligible or not, but apply and go after the resources that are there. Thank you so much for that vital information. And the collaboration with San Bernardino County continuing to move forward here in the Assembly 40th District and all of County San Bernardino. Our next presenter is Ms. Teslyn Henry King, who will speak about the food assistance resource tool, Got Food app, that is available through phone application and website. Ms. Henry King has worked in the public sector as a nutrition educator and program planner since 2000, with a focus on hard-to-reach communities and communities of color. She has worked to better the quality of life for many individuals, families, communities, through a multidisciplinary approach in an effort to optimize population health and well-being. Ms. Henry King is a registered dietitian and is employed as the program coordinator for San Bernardino County Department of Public Health Nutrition program. She will also provide an overview of the food assistance programs, such as grab and go programs and the senior nutrition programs provided by the county. Join me in welcoming Ms. Henry King.
Good morning, and thank you so very much for the opportunity to share with you today. I am excited to be here, and I just want to extend great appreciation for this opportunity. Food is so very important and vital. We need it for survival. Our bodies cannot do the necessary work to furnish our energies and to feed our brains and to repair and build muscle tissue without it. And unfortunately, we know that sometimes persons in our communities, our neighbors, our friends, our families, our coworkers may be struggling to put food on the table. And we're here because there is indeed help. So I will build on what Ms. Braboy already shared, and she set the stage really nicely with the discussion about Calfresh and all that that offers. And so we'll build on that with the other resources and programs available to our county residents. And so we've already touched on food distribution programs specific to our Indian and tribal organization. And now let's look at it from the perspective of how it's offered elsewhere in the county. This is a federal program administered through the Food and Nutrition Service Office. And the program's aim is to really improve the health of low-income persons that are 60 years and over, and it supplements the diet with nutritious and wholesome foods. At the local level, the agencies determine eligibility, they distribute foods, and they provide nutrition education with which, and we partner with them to do that. The agencies may also provide other needed services and referrals. And so what can you expect when you receive a commodity supplemental food box? First, do know that the packages do not provide a complete diet, and what they do is help to fill in the gaps of nutrients that are typically missing in diets of the population served. And so food packages, they do follow the USDA dietary guidelines for Americans, and they're arranged based on the My Plate diagram or choosemyplate.gov categories that you see before you. So the list for 2021 will include fruits outlined, and you can see that there are 100% juices, There are fruits packed in extra light syrup so that we don't have excess sugars in our diets. And there's unsweetened dry foods like raisins. All of the foods that are provided are in a mixture. You will not get everything that's listed here every month, but they will mix it up and give different things each month according to what they have available. All of the food is such that it is shelf stable so that it can last longer than traditional fresh foods will. You'll also see vegetables included in that package, and things like our nice dark green vegetables, our red, orange, and our starchy and legume vegetables are included as subgroups. The package may include things like beans, carrots, peas, potatoes, and tomato products, all of which will certainly be low sodium or have no salt added so that they do support heart health. And then there are proteins that will be provided as well, and these are important building blocks for the body. And so the food package will include animal and plant-based protein sources, things like beef, chili, chicken, fish, peanut butter, as well as a whole host of beans and legumes that are offered in dry or canned form. And this is great because it not only provides protein, but the fiber that our body needs for good health. And then there will be grains provided. And grains includes our cereals, our oats, our pastas, and our rices. Some of the grains offered are whole grain products, and that's important because we do want to make sure, in following with My Plate, that at least half of the grains we eat every day are whole grains. And last but not least, within the box will be some sort of dairy product, whether that is low-fat cheese or shelf-stable milk. So what you see across the entire food package is that the Commodity Supplemental Food Program provides protein, calcium, iron, vitamins A, C, and D, and other nutrients that really promote good health. So locally, how is it administered? Locally, the Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino County is our lead agency with giving out our commodity food boxes. They partner with faith-based organizations and community-based agencies across the county to distribute the commodity foods. CAPS has been diligently working to continue this during our pandemic in partnership with these agencies. And to find out where they might be offering this service closest to you, I would encourage you to go onto the Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino website. That's www.capsb.org. On it, you will see a monthly listing of all of the places that offer food, the day, the time, and location of each distribution. So for example, I pulled the days that are happening through the remainder of this month. And so you can see on Saturday, tomorrow, the 27th, there are a few agencies across the county that will be offering commodity food distributions, as well as Sunday, way out in Needles, it will be offered to the community. So I invite you and encourage you to check out this great resource. Another food resource available to our county residents are soup kitchens. And the CAPS Community Action Partnership also supports soup kitchens by providing nutritious food to help them in preparing those meals. They have congregate feeding sites, and unfortunately with COVID-19, we're not able to meet and enjoy a meal together like we would normally, but they do have it available in grab and go fashion, so persons can go to the site, pick up the meal and take it home or take it off site and consume it there. There is no cost for the program, and the places that offer meals are also listed on the Community Action Partnership San Bernardino website. I pulled just a few to give you an example. I encourage you to go there and check that out. This is another great opportunity for persons to get a warm meal and a warm, nutritious meal at that to help in time of need. And yet another food resource is the Senior Choice Nutritional Program. And this is also offered under the Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino County. The initiative works to address and alleviate hunger and to provide nutritious foods, particularly items that may be difficult for our senior populations to secure because they can sometimes be expensive. So what they do is work with community senior site housing complexes, and they offer produce to eligible seniors in a market style type of layout like you see here. The Senior Choice Program sites are held at participating senior housing facilities and at senior centers. There are specific sites that are operating this service across our county, and at this time, the two that are operating are listed for you: Benjamin E. Jones Community Resource Center and Hope Through Housing, both of which are located in the city of San Bernardino. These sites are not open to the general public. They are specific to the residents who live at those centers. And then Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino also participates in a number of community events. And when they do, they offer these commodity food boxes or emergency food boxes for distribution. And so I wanted to share with you an event that's happening tomorrow. And that is with San Bernardino County 5th District Supervisor Joe Baca in the city of Rialto. 15 South Palm Avenue is where everything will be happening, the City Hall of Rialto. And there they will have 1,000 free food boxes to any person who is in need. There is no registration required. All you have to do is drive up, open your trunk, they'll put the food in, and you can continue on your way. So we just want to let you know that that's happening tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's another great opportunity to have access to food resources for family, friends, and neighbors. So please share this information. At this time, I'd like to switch to speak a little bit about the food assistance programs operating through our Department of Aging and Adult Services. Department of Aging and Adult Services has a number of valuable services that they provide to the community or to our seniors specifically, all working towards making sure that they can improve and maintain health, that they can remain independent for as long as possible, and enjoy the best quality of life. Food resources offered include the Commodities Supplemental Food Program, the non-perishable foods that we discussed earlier. And the Department of Aging and Adult Services has recently partnered with our CAPS Food Bank to actually deliver these food boxes to our seniors who may be experiencing difficulties and challenges with getting groceries or going to grocery stores during this COVID pandemic. So if that may be you, or if you know someone who could use these boxes delivered, DOS says simply give them a call and let them know, and they'll work with their team to make those arrangements. They have a hotline, which is 1-800-510-2020. That is the Senior Information and Assistance Hotline. It's available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. And in addition, their administrative main line is 909-891-3900. Either of those numbers will get you to persons who can make sure that our seniors have that resource available to them. Another program that is offered is Great Plates, and we'll get questions about that from time to time. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about the Great Plates program. It started as a result of COVID-19 and continues to operate through the Federal Emergency Management Agency extensions that they provide on a month-to-month basis. And the program offers 2 home-delivered meals per day, Monday through Friday, for enrolled seniors. And it's done in partnership with local restaurants, and our DOS agency has also got on contractors to help assist with this. And the good news is that there are approximately 3,500 seniors across our county that are currently benefiting from the program. The bad news is that they're not accepting new participants at this time. So I just wanted to share that so people are aware. I always get questions about that. And I don't want to end with bad news. So let's talk about the Elderly Nutrition Program. And this program offers congregate meals through the pandemic to anyone who is eligible and in need. And I'll share a little bit more about that resource. The purpose of the Elderly Nutrition Program is to provide nutrition services as described by the Older Americans Act to assist our older individuals in San Bernardino County to live independently. And it promotes better health through improved nutrition, reduced isolation, and through programs coordinated to offer things such as physical activity. The congregate and home delivered meals are delivered throughout the county to all eligible individuals. Each meal gives at least 1/3 of the dietary requirements needed each day. And though our senior centers and community centers remain closed at this time, they do have a grab and go type of service happening at our meal sites. In addition, there are some homebound delivered meals that are happening as well. Most provide a whole week's worth of food, including a frozen meal, whole wheat bread, cupped fruit, and milk that can be picked up on the specific days that they offer the service. So who's eligible? Eligible individuals include persons who are older than 60 years of age. The spouse of an older individual can also receive this service. And then persons who have a disability are under the age of 60, but they live in a home where primarily older adults live, and these are persons who get congregate meals. They too can get the service, as well as disabled individuals who reside at a home with or accompany an elder person who goes to the congregate meal sites. For home delivered meals, the eligibility is very similar. They do require that persons be older, frail, and homebound because of some sort of illness or disability or isolation, and they will make that determination based on an assessment that is done. And then likewise, the spouse of someone who is receiving a home delivered meal or a person with a disability that lives in the home may also be eligible for the service based on an assessment if it's determined that the older person would benefit from them having this program as well. The program is free. They do suggest and will have donations or contributions accepted to help with the cost of the meals. And each agency has a suggested donation amount. And you can feel free to donate if you can, and if not, that's okay. All the monies are confidentially donated, and all of the monies are used specifically to go back into the program to help with the purchase of food and prepare the meals. And there are approximately 33 sites operating across our county. To find a site near you, please visit the San Bernardino County Department of Aging and Adult Services website. It is hss.sbcounty.gov/DAAS/default.ASPX. At the top of the page, you will see the COVID-19 resources link. And if you click there, you will find all of the elderly nutrition program information, the days, the locations, and times of services throughout our county. And I'm excited to share with you that in collaboration with the Department of Aging and Adult Services, there are classes that are happening to supplement and augment the nutrition that is being given. And so we have two great opportunities available. The first is virtual Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention classes. And this is a low impact, easy to follow class that will help to reduce stress, improve posture, and increase flexibility and overall fitness. It's a free 8-week Zoom class. It meets every Thursday from March 18th through May 6th from 2 to 3 p.m. All fitness levels are welcome and you can join at any time. So for more information, to register or to answer any questions, contact the nutrition program at 909-388-5650. The second opportunity is that of Teletalks. And this is a series of conversations and discussions about mental health, nutrition, physical activity, and much more, all specific to our older adult population. And it's a chance to really stay connected socially during COVID-19. And in the past, the Teletalks have included things like live performances or a mini concert. So it's very informative and it's a lot of fun. The series are conducted in English and Spanish. The English series begins Wednesday, April 7th through June 2nd, and it will be held every Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. And then the Spanish series will meet every Thursday, beginning April 8th through May 26th from 10 to 11 a.m. Again, for more information, contact the nutrition program, 909-388-5650. And please spread the word. We hope to see you there. Now, related to the schools and support for our children, Andrea spoke about pandemic EBT, and what I want to add to that is simply that we have grab-and-go meals that are being prepared and provided to all of our children as part of the child nutrition programs. And this is being done with the appropriate safety measures and controls. There are over 300 school sites across our county that are providing grab-and-go meals for our young people. These include breakfast, lunch, and snacks that are packaged in weekly allotments for each child that can be picked up in a drive-through. And on our San Bernardino County website is a what you need to know about COVID-19 banner at the top of the page. And when you click on that, you will be directed to our SB County COVID-19 website. On there is a button for county food-wide assistance, and all of this information is there for you in the form of an interactive map. When you click on the district to the left, it will pull up all the sites in that district that are offering this service. I do want to mention that grab-and-go meals do not affect or impact your Calfresh eligibility or access to other programs. So once again, households are encouraged to participate in all programs that are available to them. And then I already mentioned our SBC COVID-19 website, and to the left is a screenshot of what that looks like. When looking for more information related to food resources, this is a really good place to start. Another resource is that of 211 San Bernardino County United Way. And the 211 serves as another resource, community hub, and safety net for those in need. They offer a number of resources and helpful services, and you can reach them by simply texting or dialing 211 on your phone. The final resource that I'd like to share is that of an application called Got Food. And the website is www.gotfood.us. It can also be downloaded as a free application on your phone. And it was designed by two brothers in Illinois who really wanted to help food insecure people find the nearest and most accessible food pantries and soup kitchens near them. And so this resource has on it at presently all of our pantry sites across the county of San Bernardino. And by simply entering your zip code, by clicking on the box marked pantry below the zip code, and then hitting the search button, all of the eligible sites nearest you will pop up with the location, the day, the time, and the contact information for each of the sites. And last but not least, when we started, I mentioned that the nutrition program truly believes in the power of food to heal and restore, and we are truly here to help. We are passionate about connecting people and resources to the services they need and strengthening partnerships so that we can better serve our county residents. And listed here for you are the websites and the phone numbers of all of the agencies that I quickly highlighted in this presentation. I thank you so much for your time and your attention, and I'll turn it back over to Assemblymember Ramos and his team.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this vital information and the discussion that will be happening, the information on teletalks and the apps that can be used from many in our community, and what's eligible and available to our senior population and for our students, grab and go meals. All this is vital information for our communities as a whole. I want to thank you for sharing that information with us, Ms. Henry King. It's so important to learn about the different food assistance resources that are going on. Our office has been receiving many calls regarding supplemental assistance programs, as many have been experiencing financial hardships because of the pandemic. Now I want to begin our questions and answer portion. My field representative, Isis Ariana, my field representative, will moderate our questions and answer those portions that are there. So at this time, I call on my field representative, Isis, to please start those questions that have been coming into our office.
Thank you, Assembly Member. Our first question that was submitted to us is regarding Calfresh. So Andrea, this one's for you. Our first question is, where can I go to sign up for Calfresh?
So Calfresh is extended on the web. We have a website, www.c4yourself.org. That is www. The letter C as in Charlie, the number 4, the word yourself.org. You can also obtain an application on the California Department of Social Services website. So it's www.cdss.ca.gov, as well as coming into any of the 18 Transitional Assistance Department offices countywide. We are available to help you.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Another question that we had to follow up is, can one receive benefits even though they're not working? And if they are working, what is the criteria to meet to receive those benefits?
You can definitely receive benefits if you're not working. The program is established for you to get you through a tough time. If you are working, again, our income limits are 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. So we're higher than most programs. The difference between Calfresh and other programs is that there are a lot of different variables with Calfresh. We can take certain deductions on your income based on how much you pay for rent, how much you pay for medications, how much you pay for dependent care costs. So it's hard to answer that question and give you an exact amount of benefits that you may potentially be eligible to. But again, just like we've stressed here throughout all of these presentations, please call and contact us and apply, and we'll do the heavy lifting for you to determine if you're eligible or not.
Perfect. Thank you. It is important to remember to reach out to your office and ask. Our next question is for Teslin. It's regarding the elderly nutrition program. The question is, where can I access all the food assistance resources available countywide?
Thank you for that question. And so to access all of the food resources available countywide, I think the best place to start would be our San Bernardino County COVID-19 response website. It will have the most current and accurate information as to what is available and which sites are currently operating. So I would visit our San Bernardino County COVID-19 website.
And to clarify, that would be sbcovid19.com.
That's it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. To follow up, also regarding the elderly nutrition program, can a family member, caregiver, or adult pick up food for seniors on their behalf?
That's a great question. And so currently, I know a lot of our seniors are actually going on site to pick up the food in drive and go fashion. They can make arrangements with the site coordinators if that needs to take place. But also remember that if persons are homebound and they need things delivered, that can be arranged as well. So please just connect with the Department of Aging and Adult Services, call them at their hotline number. That might be a really good place to start. Their hotline number is, let me find it for us really quickly. The hotline number is 800-510-2020. So I would start there, and that would be the best place in order to go to get information related to our elderly nutrition feeding program.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that information. Back to you, Andrea, regarding Calfresh. Is citizenship relevant to receiving Calfresh benefits?
Yes, citizenship status is relevant to receiving Calfresh benefits. Again, eligible citizens, non-citizens are eligible to Calfresh. Non-citizens, undocumented non-citizens are not eligible to Calfresh. There are changes on the way that Assemblymember Ramos is a part of, but those changes have not been approved yet. So as of now, yes, citizenship status does have impact on Calfresh eligibility.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us. To follow up, can a family lose benefits due to additional financial assistance and unemployment benefits? Do those wages have to be reported when trying to collect Calfresh?
So we do have reporting requirements in Calfresh, and an eligibility worker is waiting to assist you, and they will explain those reporting criteria to you. However, yes, all income must be reported for your Calfresh application. However, because of the pandemic, there have been federal changes to what income is counted and what income is not counted because of the excessive economic downturn that we took during COVID. So again, come in and apply, and the eligibility worker will determine what you're eligible to and educate you on what the reporting responsibilities are.
Thank you. And I know you spoke about this before, but just to reiterate, can you receive Calfresh if you receive SSI?
Yes, as of 2019, Calfresh expanded to SSI recipients. So do not let that hold you back anymore. Calfresh benefits do not impact your SSI or SSP benefit level, and you can now be eligible to Calfresh. So please come in and apply. And if you are a current Calfresh recipient household and you have an SSI member, please add them to your case as they may be eligible to benefits as well. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Another question regarding the elderly nutrition program, Tesla, this one's for you. Is there a hotline that seniors can call to ask about the requirements for each specific program? I know you gave a number earlier.
Yes, that hotline is the Senior Information and Assistance Hotline. And once again, that phone number is 800-510-2020. And they are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Andrea, another question regarding pandemic EBT. Will there be more pandemic EBT benefits, especially for those who should have received the extension benefit the first time?
Yes, there is. Now, specific to that question, if you received pandemic EBT 1.0 and did not receive your extension benefits for August and September of 2020, those benefits are coming your way. Expect them. However, they are rolled up in the plan for the pandemic EBT 2.0 implementation. That is the plan that CDSS submitted. So not only will your child, if still eligible, be authorized for pandemic 2.0 benefits, you will receive those extension benefits for August and September in that first issuance as well. Thank you. That's a great question.
Thank you. So to all the parents, I guess, who are listening or waiting, just to wait on a little bit more with those benefits will be coming. Thank you. Perfect. Another follow-up is, if someone is facing homelessness, how do they get their pandemic EBT benefits?
So CDSS is currently working on that situation now, and they're trying to alleviate it. With pandemic EBT, they use the data that is in the child's school record to mail those cards. Some cards came to the Transitional Assistance Department because that's the address listed. Some cards went directly to the schools. So they are finalizing that information with the pandemic EBT 2.0 rollout, and we will have more finalized concrete information to share to those parents as soon as that plan is approved.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that information. Teslin, another question for the elderly nutrition program. Meals for homebound seniors. Who qualifies for this program, and do they need medical documents to support that they are homebound?
So related to our meals for homebound seniors, those who qualify would be older individuals over 60 years of age or older. They do have to be frail or homebound because of some sort of illness, and there is an assessment involved that will be done through the Department of Aging and Adult Services to ensure that they are indeed eligible for the program. So those persons are eligible, as well as disabled persons who may be living in that home, as well as the spouse of any person living in that home. So the assessment will include intake information to see if, to the benefit of the elder adult, giving the food to those persons as well will be important and of benefit, and then they'll determine who within the household is eligible and gets that service.
Perfect. That's great information to know for those seniors who are interested in tuning in. Another question we have for you, Andrea, is regarding the food distribution program on Indian reservations. Do you have to be Native American and or live on a reservation to qualify for these benefits?
So there are 3 criteria technically. Yes, you do have to be Native American, number 1, to qualify for this program. And then the second part is split into 2. So either you live on a reservation or you live in a rural area surrounding a reservation. And I believe that impacts the majority of our district here in San Bernardino.
Great information to know. A follow-up, I know you did discuss this, but people who are receiving food stamps or SSI, are they eligible for this program?
No, they are not eligible. If you receive SSI, you are not eligible to the Commodities Food Program for Indian reservations. So we encourage you, and the Riverside San Bernardino Indian Health Incorporated will encourage you to apply for Calfresh. And again, you cannot receive both Calfresh and the Commodities Food Program for Indian reservations. It's one or the other. So if you're not eligible to the Commodities Program, please come see us and apply.
Perfect. Thank you. And our final question, where can they find all this information on how to apply for the Commodities Food Distribution Program?
That is available on the Riverside San Bernardino Health Incorporated website. Again, that website is, give me 1 second to pull it up really quick. That website is www.rsbcihi.org. You will find brochures and the application on that website, or you can give them a call. They are awaiting your call right now. And that number is 951 area code 845-3955.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, let me just add quickly for all other sites. You can simply go to the Community Action Partnership San Bernardino website and see where commodity foods are being distributed. And you can simply go and receive the service. They will check eligibility once you get there. So that's another way for persons to have access to the commodity food programs if they're not living on an Indian or tribal reservation.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that information. That wraps up our portion. Assemblymember Ramos, I kick it back to you. Thank you both.
Well, thank you. Make sure I'm unmuted here. Oh, good. Looks like I am. But thank you for all the different presentations that are here, and really for including the tribal communities, the Indian communities here in the area that deal predominantly with the San Bernardino Riverside Indian Health Program, but bringing the federal aspect forward and getting that information out there, and all the great work that you're doing in San Bernardino County, Miss Andrea Braboy and Miss Teslin Henry King, for all your hard work in San Bernardino County, continuing to make sure that our students know where to go and get the grab and go meals, making sure that our seniors know that there's different processes and different eligibilities that are there. But the message is apply, and let the department figure out if you're eligible or not. There's resources out there. And many times people are hesitant to apply because they think they don't qualify. The message here today that's loud and strong is apply and let others figure out where that eligibility falls to. I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this panel here today for much needed information for our community as a whole, especially in the San Bernardino County and the Assembly 40th District. And for additional questions, we want to just highlight a couple more numbers. And they are our office at 909-476-5023, or Calfresh directly at see4yourself.com, see4yourself.com, or 877-410-8829. For more information regarding senior nutrition programs, please call 909-891-3900. Thank you all for attending.